Hello friends, this is Holmes, a first-time farmer over 50. Welcome to the homestead. So just finished up the Valley project today, and that's because I just finished this area right here. And a week or so ago I did a video showing what this looked like prior. Actually, gosh, it may have been like 3 weeks ago now. Time flies. But anyway, I took a video of what this area looked like beforehand so that you could see the before and after, and we're going to do another walk around so you can see the whole thing and compare the two. So the first thing we're going to do is walk across the log bridge. So hang in there with me while I do this. I'm going to try to keep the camera at a decent angle, but my priority right now is making sure I get across this log. There we go. Just a few more steps. All right. So this area all through here was just covered in lots of sapling trees. There was honeysuckle, a little bit of autumn olive. It's just all pretty much a mess, but as you can see, it's all been cleared out now. That's my chainsaw over there. He got a big workout on this job. Here's the last pile that I made. Getting rid of this stuff. All right. And then came down the area that needed to be cleared. Came all the way down through here. It's looking up the hill. What we just did. Now we're going to go over here, cross over the wash. It's a relatively flat area. But that's looking up the wash, filled in with all kinds of stuff. Lots of honeysuckle, lots of maple trees. Just whatever I cut down. Let's see what a huge difference that is. Now we're going to walk up the hill. This is the west side of the wash. Again, all covered in honeysuckle and saplings and all kinds of stuff. There's some kind of grass growing. Different types of grasses, tall stuff. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Don't know if that'll survive now that there's all kinds of light that can get to the ground, but something's going to come up. So I'm not too terribly concerned about that. Let's see. In the previous video I had mentioned that there was a tree that I had chopped and dropped. There's the trunk of it right there. Not the big one, the little one right there. So that's all been cleared out. Okay, we're now at the top of the hill. And back over here, right behind that beech tree, that's the center of Sector H. Okay. It's amazing the difference. Previous video you couldn't see anything, and now you can see everything. Got logs to step over. Lots of piles of stuff. I put as much as I could down in the wash, but it gets to the point where, you know, lugging myself up and down that hill, it wears you out, and it's just not worth it trying to drag everything down there. So compromised and made some piles. Let's see, I had commented about the big white oak trees there and there. And we cut through here. There's a leaning maple tree, small. It needs to come down. It will eventually. Haven't done it yet. Looking pretty good over there. Yeah, the last time I did this video, I was fighting my way through all the stuff that was in the way, and now here it is just a few weeks later, and there's nothing. I like this a lot better. There's a big red oak tree. Under him I found, or next to him I found a glass insulator from the power lines that used to run through the ridge. And I also found right over in here the remnants of one of the utility poles. There it is right there. Not much to him, not much left to him. Let's see, and there's that stump that I had mentioned in the previous video. And we're going to work our way up here toward center of Sector B. Another big red oak. This is a maple tree that I cut down. Fortunately, it didn't fall. It was hanging up in another tree, and I just let it go, and it fell on its own. I just haven't gotten back to cut it up yet, but like everything else, we'll get to it. There were a bunch of maple trees up through here, small ones that I cut down. Now this is looking down the wash. It's very green from all the honeysuckle and maple trees that we cut down. Sorry, I'm trying to take this video and trying to keep from tripping all over everything. There's a big rock. How much of that you can see. And there's that, on another video I talked about this low spot right here. I kind of turned it into a kind of a little pond. A couple of logs laying there to stop the water from flowing out. Maybe it'll help soak in and prevent some erosion. We'll see. Big pile of brush. I had started this pile back early this year. It was pretty small, and then I just been adding to it. Let's see, here's another remnant of a power utility pole that I found. Just finding all kinds of stuff as I'm cleaning out the ridge. You can see so much more now. Before it probably looked like such a vast area. Now you look at it and it's like, it's not that big. It was a lot of work, let me tell you. It was a lot of work. This is the small area that my son and I did back, I think it was the 5th of October. And I think the original video I took was October 4th. Alright, now we're going to cross over the wash here. This is where I almost met my demise on that previous video. The log that was in there actually was more like a branch. It just cracked under my weight, so I put this one in, and this seems to be holding up much better. Again, if it falls, you'll be the first to know. Nope, very uneventful. That was good. All right. Kind of a cloudy day today. It's breezy, it's kind of nice, but still pretty hot. All right, we are almost back to the beginning. It just takes me a little bit of time here because I'm going downhill and trying to keep from wiping out. Still have my chair over there. That was my base camp for the day. This is where the two washes come together, right here. It's a big, big hole. Filled a lot of that in with all the saplings and everything else that I found, but it could use some more filling. And then right down here is the rock wall / bridge that my brother built probably in the late 70s. Can't really see the rock wall because it's filled in behind it, but trust me, he did a good job. There's some of the rocks they've washed. Some of the top ones have washed over a little bit, but for the most part it is still standing. And then you got all this stuff, which is a combination of what came from the 1.6 acre project and also what came from the Valley project. All right. Okay. We are almost completed. All right, we're back to where we began. So that is the completion of the last part of the Valley project. Glad we could bring that to you so you could see the before and now the after. And I am glad that it is finished. So we appreciate you watching. Please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell. And we look forward to seeing you again in the future. But if not, we're going to see you in the pasture.